everyone! In this third video of our 4-part video series, we'll be covering the basics for rock climbing outside. The target audience for this video is for climbers who have gained independence rope climbing in gyms and are slowly expanding their knowledge as they transition outdoors. Disclaimer: any climbing gear or climbing techniques that are mentioned in the series should not be considered official advice. Please seek the guidance of certified climbing guides when you're learning the ropes. Before we get started with the items in this video, we want to make it clear that we're working under the assumption that you already have all the equipment necessary to be climbing on ropes in a gym. The first thing to note is that unlike climbing in gyms, climbing outside poses much more objective hazards that you cannot fully anticipate. When you're starting out with your outdoors transition, one of the biggest hazards is rockfall from above. As such, a helmet is absolutely crucial and should be worn by all parties near the base of the cliff. The Black Diamond Half Dome is the most popular model for beginners. It's the most simple hardshell on the market, and it's a great choice for starting off. So you might find that it's a bit clunky and doesn't breathe quite as well as its competition. The Petzl Borio is like the Half Dome's older brother. It's Petzl's answer for an entry-level helmet that doesn't sacrifice quite as much as the Half Dome. At a slightly higher price point, it's going to offer more vents to keep you cool in the summer and more padding for greater comfort. Since ropes are usually provided to you when you're climbing in a gym, the first thing that you want as you build your kits to climb outside is a rope. All climbing ropes that you tie into to protect you from falls are what we refer to as dynamic ropes. If you're not sure that the rope you're looking to buy is a dynamic rope or if it's suitable for climbing, seek informed guidance to ensure that you have a safe kit. The important features to consider when you're buying a climbing rope is the rope diameter, the rope length, the kind of rope, and the dry treatment. If you're just starting out climbing, you want to look at the kind of rope that's called single rope. Single ropes are referred to by a circle with a 1 inside of it on the packaging. Single ropes just mean that you'll be climbing with one larger rope tied to you, which is a modern standard in rock climbing. Modern single ropes have a diameter that range anywhere from 8.7 to 10.5 millimeters, though most of them typically fall somewhere between 9 and 10. Thicker ropes, which is going to be about 9.6 and above, are heavier and typically don't handle quite as well, but they're way more durable and less expensive. As for the length of your rope, the standard is generally 60 meters, though some more recent developments might expect you to have 70 or even an 80 meter rope. So if you're unsure about what length of rope you should get, I'd strongly suggest stopping by a local gear store or maybe reading through the guidebook for your region. Dry treatments on a rope prevents the moisture from getting into your rope, which could compromise its function and its durability. Perhaps more importantly, it also prevents dirt from sticking to the fibers inside of your rope, which greatly improves its longevity. The Petzl Contact is a great rope for beginners. It handles very well and holds up great even after years of use. At 9.8 millimeters, it's the perfect diameter for starting to climb outside. It's not so thick that it's heavy when you're climbing, but it's thick enough to survive the wear and tear and the demands that are imposed onto it from climbing outside. The Petzl Aerial is a step up from the Contact. At 9.5, it's a slightly lighter rope that might be preferred for people who are starting to lead climb outside. This dry treatment puts it at a slightly higher price point, but it more than pays for itself in the long run with the increase that you get in longevity. Now that you have a helmet to keep you safe from falling rocks and a rope to climb with, the final item in your kit is going to be some materials to start building anchors. Anchor material is typically made of either slings, which are sewn loops of soft fabric, or a cordelette, which is just a thinner static cord which is tied together with a knot. Slings are commonly offered in either nylon, which is a more affordable material distinguished by its color, or in Dyneema, which is a more expensive material, although it is lighter, that's typically offered in white. Nylon slings, like the Petzl Anneau and the Black Diamond Runner, are beefy and durable. To complete your anchor kit, you should consider buying at least 2 D-shaped locking carabiners and 2 large, beefy pair carabiners, as this will allow you to build almost any anchor configuration. Finally, a personal anchor is a great addition to your kit as you look to transition outside. Personal anchor systems, or just personal for short, allows you to clip directly into anchors straight from your harness. There are many options for your personal anchor out there. Some of them are like the Petzl Connect Adjust, that give you a dynamic way of adjusting your distance to the anchor, whereas others are like the Black Diamond Link and offer you multiple fixed length options. Either way, I'd strongly recommend pairing your selection with a D-shaped auto-locking carabiner so that you can quickly clip into the anchor and don't have to worry about whether or not you're screwed in. So that sums it up for all the equipment that you're going to need as you transition to climbing outdoors. Make sure to stay tuned for our final video where we're going to cover lead climbing, multi-pitch climbing, and beyond. If you're interested in any of the items that we covered today, make sure to pass by Beta Block to check out our selection of gear, as well as ask any questions that you might have about it.